Hi there. Welcome to the Authentic You Power Talks. And today I really want to talk about self-love and why it's so important. I think that we think it's a nice to have, but I'm here to tell you it's foundational and it's essential. One thing that I've been noticing recently with a lot of my clients is that we always end up back at self-love. We have become one of these societies that is super performative. And being that, we're always trying to make ourselves fit in order to be successful in some way or form. And when we do that, we're usually undercutting ourselves and not loving ourselves fully in order to get there. It kind of sets up this whole tone of, I'm not enough. So I have to keep doing these things in order to be seen, in order to be accepted. And I'm here to tell you it's a false narrative. And that's why I really want to be able to start having these conversations with you right now. Um, what I realize, many of us, I would say 99% of people, have not been taught how to self love. And I'm here to tell you, manis and petties are not self love, they are self care. They're things that we do to temporarily make us feel better. But when I'm talking about self love, I'm talking about how do you treat yourself? How do you speak to yourself? Are you kind? Are you loving? Are you the same way that you would be with your children, with a close friend? Or do you get a little bit mean and really punishing because you're not showing up very well and whatever it may be? And one thing that, I've come to realize with many people is that we're not kind to ourselves. We're kind on the outside. We are really good for doing it for other people, but somehow we're okay with taking breadcrumbs because we've been taught that self-love is selfish, but it's not. It's actually essential. It's the foundation in all parts of your life. And, I do a lot of coaching for corporate clients, executives, but I also do a lot of women coaching, intuitive coaching, and we always end up there. So it doesn't matter if you're a 20-year-old or a 6-year-old, a 60-year-old, you are always repeating the same things. Remember, we're emulating and we're teaching other people how to show up. So if we're not loving ourselves, it's very hard to teach those that we love around us how to love themselves. So I'm here today. Let's start breaking that pattern. Let's start looking at things a little bit differently and understanding, what does self-love really look like? So self-love is learning how to listen to yourself, your nervous system, understanding what makes you tick, and not constantly being on overdrive. And the issue is we have been taught and rewarded that overdrive, high expectations, not taking a break, and constantly running is success. But the reality is you're not loving yourself in this mix. You are doing it again for other people to approve you and to see you. Now, you see how this could relate in business? Many leaders where it's like, oh yeah, well, I'm so busy and I've got all this going on and this is how I handle it. And to be fair, from a leadership perspective, the structure isn't set up properly. So they keep throwing things at individuals. And in order to be successful, it's acknowledged when you do all the extra time and you keep putting in. But there's a false narrative there because you believe that there's going to be a light at the end of the tunnel. And usually there isn't. That's why we need to learn to love ourselves, be able to self-regulate so we can know when we need a break. We can have effective grounding tactics or effective tools in our toolbox in order for us to be able to ground ourselves, be emotionally in tune, and show up in a way that's so loving and caring. And you can be super successful doing this. There is a false narrative that if you're not grinding and kind of pushing yourself on fumes, that means you're not going to be successful. It's totally false. I deal with many women that are on the verge of burnout, and they get themselves in this spot because they think that this is what we're supposed to be doing. But I'm here to tell you it's not true. And I feel as though we need to have this conversation around self-love because so many people out there are great at loving others, but they're not so great at loving themselves. And I think that's why we are in the situation that we're in. They don't love themselves, they don't trust themselves, they don't even know themselves. So I think that this conversation is really important to have because it's the most compassionate thing that you can do for yourself is learning how to recognize those cues physically, and know that you have your intuition, an internal system that is dying to communicate with you. But when we love ourselves, that's when we start showing up a little bit differently. I will share this with you. I always use this with my clients. This is a little tip. I always say, I love myself so much that blank, 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 blank. I love myself so much that I speak up at work. I love myself so much that I keep a clean kitchen so I don't have to come down and be super stressed out at the end of the day or in the morning. Those words they're so empowering because it takes it away from the anxiety, the extra stress, and feeling as though you're never going to catch up. I'm here to tell you a secret. It's unrealistic. These expectations are not real. And when we start to empower ourselves and love ourselves and really see what we need in order to be optimal and show up in a way, that's when we really learn to shift. We learn to honor all parts of ourselves. Another part would be learning to listen to your inner voice. This is one that I was in corporate for a very long time, 25 years. And to tell you the truth, I thought I was listening to myself, but I wasn't listening to myself now that I see it so clearly. The more you start listening to your intuition, your internal guidance system, it's quite funny to me when I hear people, especially from a business perspective or maybe in life, when you hear people trying to talk you out of that inner knowing that you have going on. And when you start talking yourself out of that, that's not showing love to yourself or respecting yourself that, hey, I really have some insight here. I don't know why, but I just got to follow it. I think that is the most important piece of this whole dynamic is learning how to listen to yourself. You know the answers right here, right now, but we have been trained to give that power away to other people to tell us what we're supposed to be doing. And I'm here to really encourage you this year to start reconnecting with that part. Start loving yourself. Start listening to your intuition. It's actually very fun because you have these greater gifts that reside inside of you. And when we learn to listen to that, it shows up in a completely different way. And I know this because I'm doing many sessions with intuition and going in deeper. But the irony is, I guess I've been doing that my whole life. They would throw me into really tough work environments and I would know who to talk to. I could feel the room and everyone would settle. That's your intuition. That's listening. And now, because I've claim my power back and I kind of understand, holy crow, do we ever give a lot of power away? And I want to encourage you right now, when you love yourself, you don't do that. You respect and you trust yourself. You do kind practices, simple little practice like hug yourself. Give yourself a hug. When you're feeling a little bit overwhelmed, give yourself a hug. Put your feet flat on the ground, give yourself a hug. You'd be very surprised how that inner self is so receptive and just waiting because all of a sudden it feels much more accepted. The other part that I've come to realize, and this is a part of a deeper understanding, is that self regulation and understanding your emotions are not a bad thing. Many of us have been taught, myself included, suck it up, buttercup, keep grinding. It doesn't matter. Those emotions are going to they're messy. But I'm here to tell you those emotions are little messengers. The problem is that we don't know how to interpret them, and then we fear them and we put them aside. But I'm here to tell you they catch up with you. And this links to the self-love piece because you're not listening to yourself. You're not loving yourself. If you're angry, anger is usually because you needed to put a boundary in place. And when we understand that all these little messengers are trying to tell us something, they're not bad. They're actually super powerful. And the more we can lean into that space, it really will start changing your life. It's like learning a new language. But this is how we self-regulate. This is how we have that deeper knowing. This is how we can read a room if someone is, okay or not. I know I've had people come to me before and I can just feel it. I'm a feeler. And that happens because I listen to myself. These gifts that every single one of us have. Doesn't matter your gender, doesn't matter what your choices are. If you tap into being a human being, you have these gifts. But you got to love yourself. You got to open up that door for these amazing things to come in, because when we love ourselves, we get excited. It's like you love hanging out with yourself. You're engaging. You're not punishing and saying, oh, I look like this, or oh, I didn't get that, or oh, it's not good enough, or criticizing. We let all those things go. And this is why I'm seeing that this needs to happen more often. There is a pattern, a pattern. We talk about all, these trends out there. Self-love is not just a token word. It is an integrative practice in reconnecting with yourself. So it's not about being someone new. It's just about reconnecting and getting to know yourself and loving yourself. And when you do, really great things will start to come in. So I will leave you with this. Self-love is not a destination. It's a journey. And when we start doing that and you spend time with yourself, even all those hurts, they got to go because they're blocked in your body and they catch up with you. And I will tell you how they catch up. I've had senior leaders, very, very smart people, blow up their life because they couldn't manage their emotions. They got triggered somewhere. And we can get into that another time. But that's because they didn't learn how to manage the emotion and how to release the hurt of whatever it is from the past that has caught up with them. But I'm here right now to really tell you, if you're going to do anything, self-love and being in alignment to who you are is the best the gift that you can get. And I will tell you, the work that I do is all about embodiment. Not about checklists, not a little hack, and how can I do this? And the reason why we lean into embodiment is because then it's sustained change. Then you align on a higher level and then you start living your life that is much more joyful and exciting and playful and curious. And I don't know, that's where I would want to that's where I have moved into. I think it's the only way. Because the other way, to me, that structure is falling apart, and I was a part of it. And now I'm moving into new space. The second book is coming out about shifting a deeper understanding of yourself, understanding that we really need to understanding that we're not fractured. We're actually whole. And the more we can love all of us without judgment, then really great things will come in. So I really want to say thanks for spending time. If you like what I have to say, I really feel strongly about it. And the more you can lean into this awakened state, the more you can actually love yourself so you can be happy in your life and do the great things that you're meant to do, then really awesome things are going to unfold. So give me a follow, give a subscribe, stay connected so we can actually start getting into this conversation a little bit more. Thanks again and have a great day.